In every relationship, there comes a quiet moment when celebration fades and reality steps in. For Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, that moment appears to have arrived, not with scandal or conflict, but with uncertainty, reflection, and emotional recalibration. After months defined by public triumphs, stadium tours, championship glory, and global admiration, the couple is reportedly navigating what insiders describe as their first real test. Not because love has dimmed, but because life has asked a harder question. What happens when one partner is standing at the edge of a major life transition? Travis Kelce is no stranger to pressure. But staring down the possibility of retirement is different from preparing for a game. It's not about strategy or strength, it's about identity. For professional athletes, the end of a career isn't just a professional decision. It's the closing of a chapter that shaped who they are, how they see themselves, and how the world sees them. Sources suggest that Kelce has been carrying the emotional weight of a disappointing season and the looming question of what comes next. And instead of pushing forward with celebratory milestones, Taylor Swift has reportedly chosen something quieter and arguably more powerful: emotional presence. Rather than immersing themselves in wedding logistics, Swift is said to be prioritizing Kelce's emotional state, offering space, time, and reassurance. It's a subtle but meaningful choice that speaks volumes about emotional maturity. In modern relationships, especially high-profile ones, timing isn't just about calendars, it's about emotional readiness. This phase marks a shift from shared success to shared vulnerability. For months, their relationship existed alongside peak professional moments: sold-out arenas, Super Bowl victories, and public adoration. Now they're facing something far less glamorous but far more intimate: a crossroads. Psychologically, moments like these often redefine partnerships. When one person feels uncertain or defeated, as reports suggest Kelce may be feeling, the other partner's response becomes crucial. Support doesn't always look like problem-solving. Sometimes it looks like patience. Sometimes it's choosing not to rush joy when reflection is needed first. Swift's approach, stepping back from wedding discussions until Kelce feels grounded in his next decision, reflects a deep understanding of emotional boundaries. It acknowledges that big life decisions shouldn't overlap in ways that overwhelm rather than unite. This is not a story of strain, it's a story of adjustment, of learning how to love someone when the spotlight dims and questions replace applause. Many couples experience their strongest tests not during conflict, but during transition, when routines shift, roles change, and futures feel suddenly undefined. For parents, women, and long-term partners watching from afar, this moment feels relatable. Careers end, new chapters begin, and love, if it's to last, must stretch to accommodate both ambition and uncertainty. Kelce has faced retirement rumors before, choosing once again to chase another season. But this time feels different, not because of failure but because clarity brings responsibility. Knowing that a chapter is ending forces reflection, and reflection can be heavy. What stands out most is the intentional pause. Instead of rushing toward the next milestone, Swift and Kelce appear to be honoring the emotional space between who they've been and who they're becoming. In a culture obsessed with speed, that pause feels meaningful. Relationships aren't defined by their happiest moments, but by how partners show up when the future feels unclear. And perhaps that's the real test, not whether love survives success, but whether it can sit quietly beside uncertainty. When big life changes arrive, do we give our relationships the patience they deserve, or do we rush them forward before we're emotionally ready?